But he's not putting well this year, and you have to putt well at Augusta to win at Augusta. That's just the way it is. And Bubba is a really unique character anyway, as a result, he's really streaky and inconsistent. When he's on, there's no one out there like him. There's no shot that he can't hit, that he can't think of, at least. And he's a total wild card X factor. But you just don't know what you're going to get with him from time to time. Dustin Johnson, actually, from our putting combined with drive distance, should be number 5. He's one of the best putters on tour, and he is one of the best drivers on tour as well. He's top 5, top 10 in both of those. With almost 60% greens in reg, which is good. A low, just under 54% driving accuracy. That's a little bit concerning. And then an under 50% save percentage as well. Plus, he chokes in the final rounds of majors. He's had good rounds at Augusta, but to say he's, consistently, to say he's ever really put down good tournaments at Augusta, it's more just like he had some amazing rounds and then some terrible rounds and ended up with a score that was still, top 10 worthy. But so that's where, he should do great. He should contend for it. And maybe this is the year that he does it. But it's just hard to trust him, so there's the asterisk there. And then you've got Jordan Spieth, last year's defending champ, this year's defending champ, last year's champ, super young, 22 years old, amazing golfer. He's actually upped his driving average to 295 from about 285. So it's nice to see that go up. His driving accuracy is also really good too. His greens in reg are way freaking down. Jordan Spieth is not hitting his greens in regulation. His save percentage is decent. He is the best putter still in the PGA. But knowing golf and then putting 2 and 2 together, or in this case 1 and 1, if you're not hitting the green in regulation, being a great putter, you're taking your own great putting strength away from you, because you're just trying to get up and down for par then. You're not having birdie scoring opportunities. So that is the asterisk on Jordan Spieth, holding him back, is can he find the greens this weekend in regulation and give his great putting those scoring opportunities that you need to win at Augusta, especially when you don't have big-time distance, which is the other thing that holds Spieth back. He is not a long ball hitter, although it does look as though he has improved in those regards. So going over our next 3, then, it sounds though the logical conclusion is that Jordan Spieth is the smartest, safest pick for number 5 there. And then we'd actually go Bubba Watson at 6 because of precedent over potential. And then Dustin Johnson would be our 7th favorite. And let's round out a top 10 for favorites. And then we'll just give you the best of the rest for sleeper names real quickly, not too much into why, and move on with the show because, we got a lot to get in here yet, and I don't have the time I need to go as deep as I want to, baby. I'm sorry, but I'll go as deep as you can handle, but it won't be as deep as I'd like to go. All right, so I'm pretty sure. Okay, I got the names here. Our final 3 making up the top 10 in this order, by the way. Number 8, we're gonna put Henrik Stenson at number 8. He is playing great this year. He's got an all-around game with no real weaknesses. He doesn't have the past Masters success at Augusta, really, that we're looking for. But other than that, he's a really good, smart choice. Playing great golf right now. So we're going to put him at number 8. At number 9, we're putting the young phenom Ricky Fowler, who's got all the talent in the world to do it. Has had said talent for quite a while. His driving distance is fantastic still. Honestly, he has no statistical weaknesses across the board. He's not overly excelling in any one area, the way that he has in the past, primarily off the tee, and then with save scramble wizardry. But he's really Jordan Spieth. He's adding a Jordan Spieth element to his game of minimizing his weaknesses and getting better with his course management, playing smarter, playing more consistently, playing within himself more often, and just being a more mature all-around golfer. And I think that that definitely, he's got a chance to contend and win this. I don't know yet if he's quite there mentally. Talent-wise, he's been there. I know he's there now because he's been there. For a couple years, he's had the talent to win it. And he does have good rounds at Augusta. He's got those under his belt as well. So he might even maybe should be the 8th pick, but we're going to put him at 9 just because of his age and, not having won any kind of major yet. It seems like that giant stage and pressure and stuff gets to him. He's the type of guy that could go into Sunday with a 4-stroke lead and wind up in 6th place, down 5 to the champion. I wouldn't put it past him. So that's why he comes in at number 9 and not higher. But won't surprise us if and when he does really good this week. And then rounding out our top 10, we're going to put in Justin Rose. That's right, Justin Rose is number 10 on my favorites for this year's Masters tournament. Again, he's done very well there. Second place finishes, multiple second place finishes. I want to say he's putting extremely well. He's always been a good putter. He's got no weaknesses whatsoever, and he just, he doesn't beat himself either. It will take somebody else outplaying him, in order for him to lose. And so that's why, here we go. I mean, he's 305 for drives, 60% accuracy. That's really freaking good, by the way. Greens and reg just under 60%. That's kind of the only thing keeping him down. Great putting, good save percentage. Justin Rose is number 10. All right, so let's get to the best of the rest here real quickly. And these are in no particular order. But we're going to start with past winners. Louis Oosthuizen, he's playing decent right now and a past winner. Take him seriously. Also, another past Masters winner would be Charles Schwartzel, however you say it. He doesn't have quite anything. He's not as impressive on paper this year to want to pick him so much, but that doesn't mean that, he won't put it together. That wouldn't surprise me at all either. Ernie Els actually in the field. And a nice value sleeper pick that could contend if just the stars align. Don't expect him to, but if you're looking for a value, former winner old guy for your pick'ems, Ernie Els is actually a good route to go. And then the one other former Masters winner that I would, or not Masters, but major winner. I don't know if he's won a Masters or not, but I know he's won multiple majors. That would be Zach Johnson. He's actually, he's not, he doesn't have a whole lot on paper for how well he's playing this year, but we know he's capable of winning majors, and we know he's got good all-around game. So he's, and a good value on your pick'ems as well. And then the best of the rest, mainly for how well they're playing statistically this year. Matsuyama and Kevin Na especially. Who else we got? Webb Simpson, Kisner and Duffner. Those are two sleeper names to keep an eye on. J.B. Holmes, he could really make a name for himself. J.B. Holmes, on paper, statistically, his game, he's got all of it. This guy should be top 10 this week. J.B. Holmes should have made my top 10. But he's not a winner. He just hasn't figured out how to win in the PGA yet. He knows how to play golf with the best of them, but he can't win on the tour yet. Just hasn't figured that part out. But so don't be surprised to see his name doing well. Also, some deep sleepers would be Streelman, Hoffman. I always like Brooks Koepka. Webb Simpson's got a good all-around game. Reed, and my final sleeper, and my favorite actually of all the sleepers and everything, because I'm looking at this guy on paper and I'm going, how did I not know who this is? His name is Vaughn Taylor, and he is currently the 4th best putter on tour. He's almost 70% greens and reg, which is amazing. He's almost 70% driving accuracy, which is amazing, but he doesn't hit the ball very long, and his save percentage as a result of that is not all that good. But that's the type of guy that, like, literally he's towards the bottom of every pick'em list. He avoids his little weaknesses that he's got, which is doable here, apparently, looking at the statistics. This guy's going to have a good showing. He's going to top 20, make some money. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, Vaughn Taylor is my balls deep sleep pick for the Masters tournament to make some money getting into top 20. Making that money in the top 20. Making that money in the top 20. Vaughn Taylor. It's tailor-made. Did you hear what I said? Said Vaughn Taylor gonna make money. He gonna finish in the top 20. All right. A rare balls deep wrap here on the show, and it's official. The wheels have fallen off now. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that is all the time I have to break down the Masters Golf Tournament for you this week. So get those final picks in, take my advice, make some money, or just enjoy following along and watching the tournament. I know I will be. And we'll be discussing the winner and how that came to be on next week's show. All right. Well, let's move to other sports, and we're going to have to be cramming stuff in. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's do some quick stuff here, if we can. All right. UFC Quickie. UFC 197 is in fact coming up on April 23rd. We do have a fight this weekend on UFC Fight Night this Saturday, possibly Sunday even, but I think it's Saturday. And that would be the main event. There is Rothwell versus Dos Santos. Dos Santos is already tentatively scheduled for a big fight, interim championship fight, at UFC 200 this summer. If he loses this main event, that could definitely throw a monkey wrench into the UFC's plans there and make Dana White a rather unhappy camper. So you can definitely bet that UFC is hoping Dos Santos wins here this weekend against Rothwell at Fight Night. I pick that he will. I did, officially on DraftKings. I filled out some MMA lineups on DraftKings as well. I was there, filling out Masters teams. I might as well do some UFC too while I'm at it. All right, but then let's move on. Let's recap WrestleMania 32 here, fairly quick, best we can. Pre-show started with the U.S. title match, and it was 15 minutes long. It was a really good match, and Kalisto retained. And then for the last hour of the pre-show, where there were 2 matches, it was televised on USA Network. So why wouldn't you put the title match on one of those 2? But instead they did the 10 Total Divas tag match, which made perfect sense, with the TV networks and stuff. But then the final match, heading into the actual show of WrestleMania, was just a horrible tag team match between the Usos and the Dudleys that stunk up the joint big time. Why they didn't switch the match card order with that and Kalisto Ryback for the United States Championship, I will never understand. But so that's how the pre-show went. I want to say Usos, or no, I don't even remember what happened in the Usos Dudley Boys match other than it stunk. Divas match went to the good guys. Brie Bella getting the pin in her last appearance, it seems like, although they have not announced her retirement officially. It appears they're saving that for the next season of Total Divas, and that she will continue to work as an ambassador of some sorts for WWE, but that we have seen her wrestle for the last time. That was at WrestleMania 32. Also at the end of that match, to celebrate Nikki Bella, who announced her retirement from full-time wrestling as well. I don't know, she hasn't really announced it, but we all know it.